What is going on, ESGNet, as we're back here for another episode here inside the Wolves Managed Career Mode. Welcome to Wolves TV here in the Wolves Den as we are getting ready, of course, for the transfer window. It is currently open right now in this first season as we're in the month of January. And of course, a lot of teams are trying to make their final moves and the final push to their season championship, as well as we are, as we're currently still in first place in the Premier League. We'll see that here in just a bit. But you see our upcoming schedule. We got Nottingham Forest. We got a Carabao Cup game against Arsenal, which is going to be very interesting. And of course, we have a FA Cup game as well. And of course, you guys will see that episode coming up in episode 8 right after this video. So we'll see, as we got a pretty good schedule coming up. Really, when it comes to our league games, Newcastle, Arsenal. So we got some heavy hitters coming up. I think we have a lot of usually top 10 teams like Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea get ready to play here. But there you see, of course, we're in first place, and there you see Man City, or I should say Man U, at number 9, Chelsea at number 10 with 25 points, Nottingham Forest with 25 points, Brighton with 22, Fulham with 22, Leicester City with 21, Crystal Palace with 18, and of course Bournemouth with 16. So that's your top 16 there, and of course we'll show you guys 17, or maybe not. We're not going to show you guys 17, but there are some teams there that are getting close to relegation. There you see we had to get 5 wins without getting a loss in our start of our season. There we did that, and of course domestic success, we're still looking forward to that. Of course, we have to reach the round of 15 in the FA Cup, which we're currently in progress. We have not even played an FA Cup game yet. Excuse me, we've been killing it in the Carabao Cup and of course in the Premier League. So everybody's been playing pretty well. Now we've had some of our own faults when it comes to the season here. Our back line's been kind of lacking defense, and of course help protecting solid victories that we should have when we end up giving up goals or so towards the latter part of the second half, or even early on the first half. And you see our youth academy there. Youth development is really good. Actually, matter of fact, we just signed, I think it was a midfielder, I think, or so. You'll see here in a bit, but we did complete that. It's not showing it right now, but later on in this video, I think we show that we do complete that. And of course, we have not signed a veteran player just yet. We are looking at possible re-signs. I don't know if it has to be a re-sign or if it has to be a brand new signing. But as you take a look here at some of the players here, it's been a pretty good season. I cannot complain at all. For the most part, our guys have been playing very well. We have one player that will be making a return here very soon. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is Campbell, who's going to be making his way back. Of course, the rest of the players that we do have on loan, we have, of course, Said, Ishii, of course, all left us. As you've seen there in the last episode, we had quite a few youth kind of players leave. Some are going to be leaving for short term, for 6 months. Others will be gone from us for at least a good 2 years. But we are going to get some players here that are going to help us out in the month of June. So we'll have a lot of players coming back in June, and we'll see where we're at in that part here. Now, in the second half of the season, I think we're going to kind of stay quiet when it comes to youth academy players. I might sign 1 or 2 a month, but I think for the time being, I think we're kind of pretty solid right now of what we have. Of course, we are going to be cleaning house here. You'll see later on in the video here. But Cunha, of course, he has scored the most goals in all competitions right now with 47. He's leading that for our team, of course, as well as he is one of the leaders in assists with 11. Gomez with 10 goals in all competitions. Guedes 6 goals in all competitions with 7. Of course, Cunha has had the most appearances, 24, and that's counting Carabao Cup, Premier League, and of course friendlies that we've been involved in so far this season. Forbes, one of those guys there. Unfortunately, there was a last minute signing there for him, so he's going to be on loan. Unfortunately, I screwed up big time because I did not re-sign him. He had 6 more months left on his contract. We did not re-sign him, so that means that after these 5 months that he's on with us, because he's still with our squad. He's just on loan. There's a good chance that we could lose him, and that team that we just pretty much loan him to, they can pretty much, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think they can sign him after that our contract's up with us. So unfortunately, there's a good chance we could be losing Forbes there. Tommy Doyle playing pretty good now. I want to see a lot more from him. He's been playing really impressive for us this season. Gomez as well. I think Gomez, since now Forbes is unfortunately, being really, on my stupidity, did not re-sign him like I should have. Gonzalez might be the guy there that will end up signing. I think, well, he's out with us for a long term anyway, but he might be our guy that we'll see more so in the second half of the season, playing that left wing position. There you see Mario. Actually, now with Mario, he's scored 2 goals so far here, 2 assists. But he is actually here in the last between this episode and the previous episode, we actually got quite a few offers for him. And since he is not really a decent, or at least right now, he's not a solid midfield position player. He's a midfield position player, but he's not a center mid. He's a center defensive mid. And they're asking pretty good money. Now, the first offer was the Spurs. I said no. You know me, I don't like the Spurs at all. But there are 2 other teams that are looking at him, and I believe later on here in the video, you'll see who those teams that offered. And one of those teams might get lucky. They might actually get him in this transfer window. Of course, Campbell is going to be a guy that we're going to be looking forward to, who is going to be coming. I believe he is on his way back to us. But if I remember correctly, I think he was on a short-term loan. So he'll be coming back to us. Billingham, of course, I'm really excited about seeing him. We should be seeing him play a lot more in the second half of this season. A lot of our younger guys, a lot of our 18, 19, 20-year-olds will probably get a lot more playing time on the pitch here. And then, of course, the CB position, we're really struggling right now. Mosley, there you see he's got 1 goal for the season. I'm kind of a little frustrated with him. He is not playing the way I thought he would be playing. And of course, we have to figure out a way to kind of get him going. Of course, you see said he is there with his new club. He's with Sheffield United, and of course he's going to be there for, I believe, a good year. So I'm really glad that we were able to find him. He was kind of upset that we were letting him go, but we just pretty much told him, hey, we're looking for opportunities to improve your game, because I think him and Ishii, they're our future when it comes to that wing position there, especially the right wing. We could actually probably either one of those actually play left wing if we need him to do so. Andre, there you see his numbers. And of course, there's some other guys that we don't really start. Brought a couple up, like Ed there, one of our youth academy players. He's of course been making a couple of appearances there in our center back position. I'm hoping that we can get him ready to go here when we start that second half of the season. Gomes is another player that we are hopefully, I think it's going to be another couple of months before we get him to be a center back or center mid, playing that center mid position. So we're definitely going to be working with him. And of course, there you see Jose Sa. He has, of course, been with us for a long time now, and of course, we're having him as our keeper for the rest of the season, along with John Stone, who is going to be our backup there playing for us as well. So here you see the top scorers here in the Premier League here. Just some familiar faces, both around the Premier League. Of course, for a couple of guys there, like Gomes there with 8 goals. I think I feel pretty solid for our team. There you see Morgan Gibbs White. I really want to try to re-sign him. Been trying to make a couple offers at him, but so far he has not bid at all. That would definitely be a good position for him. Bring him back as a veteran and play on our squad and be the starter center attacking mid there for us, because he did such a great job there in the original series back in FIFA 20. I really sad that even in that series we had to let him go, but now that he's a little older now, he's got a lot more mature on the pitch, and I really like to see if we can be able to try to maybe sign him there, maybe towards the next transfer window. But we are working several players that we are looking at for this transfer window. A lot of them are some unknowns that I really kind of look around. I was looking for actually quite a few, like players that are from the MLS that we can bring over. That was pretty decent. That was maybe on their, they were in their prime right now, and they maybe wanted to take a challenge and come over to England and play some English football. And we got a couple players here you'll see here in just a bit that we are going after. But for the most part here, like I said, our season's been great. I cannot complain at all. We're playing really good football right now. Games have been, for the most part, the game play on this has been really good. I've been getting really good slide tackles from the computer, mainly from the computer. It's been challenging to get the ball around and stuff like that compared to past years. Last year I didn't play this game too much, but compared to what I was playing at the time to this one, it seems like it's improved. Of course, there are still some quirks to the game and whatnot. But if you guys don't know, I am using Matt 10's sliders. There is a link down below to his slider set. Of course, definitely go check out his channel. He has a really good channel. He explains what his slider sets, what they do, and how they improve the gameplay of the game and so on and so forth. So definitely go check him out. I've been a fan of his ever since I started watching or really playing the FIFA games and really watching his videos, and he kind of does a great job there explaining his madness to what the sliders are doing and what you're looking for when you're playing these games. But as you take a look here, we're looking at the our window here, and there you see Forbes. Yeah, 5 more months. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to re-sign him, and that was all. Like I said, that was my fault there. I should have did a better job. I thought I had everybody re-signed that I wanting to re-sign, and apparently, I don't know, for whatever reason, I did not sign Forbes. I don't know if I didn't think that one was going to go through or what the deal was, but yeah, it's something. So we did find some players here. We found one player named Kevin, and I actually looked up his online what his potential was. He has a pretty good potential. He's a really good player, left winger in the I believe in the Brazilian league, I think it was. But I think in this one he's playing. I can't remember which league it was that he's playing in. And then of course we found some free agents here. Caesar Hadara, he is a good left wing there that we're also could go after. He's 24 years of age, and kind of floating out there. He has a pretty good potential as well. He has a kind of a low to mid 80s potential. So those are two guys that we could definitely be going after. Both are looking for this roughly about the same amount of money, but I believe Kevin is 4 years younger than Caesar. So if you want to take a look here, this is what we did in the summer transfer window here. Of course, we're getting ready to almost close the books here for this season, because we're almost, we're not even close to getting the transfer window, but this transfer window is a lot shorter than it is in the winter, than it is in the summertime. Excuse me. So as you see there, I feel like we made some pretty good moves there. Of course, Chan, I didn't really want to move him, but I figure if we need it, because we were desperate needing money, because of what I was wanting to do. So we had to make some drastic changes, and I think for the most part here so far it's worked out for us in the running there. Chelsea's in the top 10. They're actually playing Chang pretty good, so that's an improvement for them. Actually, we'll see him coming up here in the I believe in the next 2 videos. I think it's episode 9. We'll see Chelsea. So I think for the most part here, we got a lot of young guys here that I'm hoping that here in the next year, some of them are going, are becoming back, or going to be at least a year. There's only like 2 or 3 of them that are going to be gone for more than a year. I feel the most part here is they're going to work out. I think these are going to be good guys that are going to go out there, play, get great get great time on the pitch there and get opportunities to play and do very well, and then come back and just be monsters of the pitch for us in that time, especially with, like I said, Kenta Ishii and the said, and of course Draper, Cruz. Those are the guys that we got from Youth Academy, and I really, they did a good job there when they were in the Youth Academy, winning the Youth Academy tournament there twice for us. So yeah, I feel we got a bright future when it comes to our Youth Academy players. Apologize for all the coughing and stuff. I'm kind of getting over a cold right now. I'm on the other side of it, so bear with me. But excuse me, as we go ahead and take a look here, we go ahead and get rid of Sean Sutton. He's one of our Youth Academy players that are goalkeepers there that I just feel like I really feel like we need to start cleaning house here. Get rid of some of these players here that were just not going to work out for us. They've been on our list, or at least in our Youth Academy from the very beginning. A couple of them we added here recently, but the ones I feel like we could keep around here are some of the 14-year-olds, because they're developing still, and they're actually going to be in the tournaments that they have in the game. I've been playing with them, and Fabio, he's a really good goalkeeper for him being age of 14. He's really developed. I feel like he's a little beyond his years in the goalkeeper position. Alexander, there you see, from Portugal. Figueroa. Of course, we're gonna have to let him go. He is 16. He is just not developed to where I feel like he should be at right now. Basically, I just tell myself, like, okay, if they're somewhere near 84, 85 potential, then we can keep them, and we will, keep them on the Youth Academy squad, and we'll let them see how they do for the next month. If they are above 85 when it comes to the potential, they have a high, their high side of their potential is 85 or higher, then I'm like, okay, they're going to be a solid guy here. Once, if they're old enough to be on the squad, we'll go ahead and bring them on. If not, we'll keep them around and see how they'll do. We'll try to develop them and get them going. Of course, you see Ahmed here. This is one that was really tough. I told myself I'll give him another month. Skill moves, 5-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot there. His pay, everything is going up: shooting, pacing, dribbling, all that kind of stuff. He's at 17, and we do need center mids right now. So I think for the most part here, I think we're going to keep him. We might end up go ahead and put him on the senior team here. But yeah, that was the one that was kind of like, I don't want to do this. I'm kind of breaking my rule, but it's like, okay, like Rubio. Funny thing is Marco Rubio. Anyway, the cam here, he's from Argentina, 16 years of age, 5'7", 160 pounds, right foot. He has a great weak foot, 4-star. He has a skill foot there, a 3-star. He's got some really good tangibles there. He's we're trying to develop him as a shadow striker. But after really sitting down for a couple of minutes there, looking at the some of the other attacking positions there we're kind of loaded in that area. So I decided to go ahead and just let him go and take him off our Youth Academy. And then of course there's some of our Japanese players here that we found. I really like those guys there. I cannot wait, especially this young man right here, Taito Hirishichai. He is he is quick, guys. Like, I was using him in the Youth Academy tournament, and he has speed. Now, he got to work on his dribbling, and the passing is kind of iffy. But I think with more development with him, I think he's going to be a really solid player for us. We got rid of Reggie. Unfortunately, we had to let him go. And then, of course, Tommy Day, I believe, is also going to get the old heave-ho. These were players that were already on our Youth Academy squad, and decided that with all the stuff they do have, they had some pretty good play styles, both of them do, but they're just not developing where I was wanting them to go. They were falling too quick. They were falling the last couple of months like 2 to 5 points with their overall. So it's like, you're really dropping too quick for us with that overall there. So it's like, we were gonna have to say goodbye. So that's what we did there. So as you take a look here, you got Sebastian Renya from Spain. And he's got a pretty good look at his overall. It's pretty decent there. I like it. It's 53 to 70 or 57 to 73. But his potential, he has a nice high potential there, 92. So I say if just a key to you guys out there trying to figure out how these players, obviously the highest potential you're going to get in a game with any of these players are 94. So obviously you want to sign those guys, but 93 is not bad at all. You're looking probably somewhere, his true potential is somewhere probably mid 80s. So yeah, and of course these guys can go over that potential. I mean that that so-called the potential, they can actually go higher than that. So I mean he could be really instead of a mid 80s, he could be a upper 80s, maybe a lower 90s player by the end of his career, just depending on how often he gets on the pitch and how often he plays and what he does for the team. But as we see here, just kind of releasing a lot of these other players that they found for us and let them go back out here. We still got another month left, I think, here in Spain, France, and I forgot what the other place was. I think it was Portugal that we were looking at here. So, but let's take a look here. We got some players here in France that are pretty decent here, 85 overall or 85 potential, and the potential, their overalls look pretty well. They're pretty close in a lot of things there. But yeah, with some of these 80, again, it was tough because we had to make a decision here. Like, are we going to really hold on to these guys that are 85, 88? If you think about it, they'll probably by the end of their career, by the time they get ready to be on the, be playing for the main team, their potential could drop down to the mid 70s or mid, like around 73, 74, 75. So yeah, it's always a tough call. Of course, you see some here we got from Portugal as well, trying to make some last minute decisions here. And of course, you don't know if this, the player that you're going to cut is the player that you should have took some more time with and kept on the team and see how they develop. But then at the same time too, it's like, okay, they're not developing. I can't hold on to them too long because they're not. I'm too focused on them. I gotta, maybe the other guy that's got good potential over here. He's hey coach, put me out there. I want to see what I can do. And you're like, I like this guy better because he has a and then of course you always have those issues with youth academy players get upset because they're not on the pitch or they're not assigned to the senior team, and they're like, okay, I'm leaving. And you never hear from them again. So making a decision like that are always tough. You're always guaranteed making the right choice, and that's what happens. So as you see here, we do sign our 4 youth academy players assigned in all other positions: goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and forward. So we got that low short-term goal made out there for the board. So rest of these, I think, pretty much manageable. Financially wise, I think I've been spending, but I've been kind of like really cautious about how we're spending. Like I said, we got a left winger that we're gonna go after, and I think pretty much that's gonna be it. If with the exception of Mario, let him go and have him sign with the team there. Unfortunately, I didn't show who he's going to be looking at, but maybe in the next episode I will I try to remember. I have to write that down here. Let me write that down right now. Show other teams that Mario could be on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we'll definitely show you guys that. There are some pretty good teams. Like I said, Spurs were one of them, and I was like, not happening at all. You already got Son already, and then turn around you want to put Mario out there and really get me on defense? Like, So we'll definitely have to see where he's going to possibly go, because I think for the most part here, the money that these two clubs have been offering, we can't say no. This is some good money that can help us bring in other, potential veterans from other leagues or other, somewhere from. We can probably get a couple good players from the Champions League or League One or League Two, or maybe even from Bundesliga or somewhere else that we can attract to come play for us. So it's definitely money I cannot turn down. So we'll definitely have to make sure we get our chance to get that. If we have to, let them go and then sign some other names for us. But yeah, that's it for the Wolves TV. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm gonna try to find some lozenges here and get rid of this damn cough. But hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode. And of course, you guys have anything you guys want to share, like any ideas of who we should sign if we do get rid of Mario. What are some names that, and of course, I would think realistically with the money we were getting. When you see the next episode, let me know down below, or at least what you guys think he's worth. Let me know who we should go after. Like I said, I really want to make sure we have a strong backfield, so I'm looking at the center back position as a position that I really say we desperately need to improve really bad. But let me know down below. Of course, winger would be nice too, left winger. But if you guys have any any ideas who we should go after, let me know down below in the comment section. And of course, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. As always, everybody, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more here of the Wolves Manager Career Mode here on FC 25. Keep each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.